of the Singapore GP right now. Lando Norris in the lead by a commanding margin, 21.9. At some point in time, that was 23 seconds. Some point in time, it was 23 seconds, literally. But right now, commanding margin, 20 plus seconds on Max Verstappen, showing that the strength of the McLaren is definitely real. And this is where it is. I think there's been a few things that we're going to get into as we come down to the final lap of this race. Right now, we're in the final lap, 62 laps, one of the longer GPs of the season. And Singapore's a bit different. You feel me? Singapore is one of these races where it can seem or come off boring, but it's not. It's a big strategy race to me in a sense. Self-made maintenance saying, member for 23 months. Self-made says Mercedes bottled Sir Lewis Hamilton's strategy again. I can't wait to see him in red. I think someone on the team is making these mistakes on purpose. Damn, bro, you think somebody making these mistakes on purpose? I can't be mad at you for feeling that way. Honestly, I can't be mad at you for feeling as if there's somebody in the Mercedes team doing these shenanigans intentionally, because it comes off kind of regularly. It comes off regularly. And at some point in time, like I said, Lewis got to boss up and kind of make it, hey, what's up, Galactus in the live chat, self-made. Good morning, Adrian. Mimi up in here. Danny Rick has fastest lap, right? I don't know how long that's going to last, and maybe that's going to be his farewell gift. And we're going to talk about the checkered flag has dropped. And I'm going to tell you some things about Lando. I ain't going to lie, I was a little bit concerned on what I saw from Lando. But a win is a win, and Lando got the win. But I'm just going to say it was some very concerning moments in there still for me with McLaren making some of the decisions that they made. It's almost as if you can't penalize them for it because it worked out. But there were moments there where I felt like this might not work out. You may have indeed cost your driver the race. And that's how I felt. I feel like McLaren sometimes are making decisions that are not clear, concise, and very sound. I felt like they took a risk, and the risk paid out. So I can't criticize them for it negatively, but I can say the potential risk that they took would have been ultimately catastrophic to their race. I feel that front wing situation, you don't know. I know data shows proof, but if the integrity of that wing had been compromised to the point where overlap would have put forces on those cords or the end plate, wherever that impact took place, and then it just fell apart, we're looking at Lando Norris not even on podium. But they got it right, so I can't say they were wrong. I could just say it was crazy. But right here, we're looking at Lewis Hamilton to sixth place. Lewis Hamilton to sixth place. This is happening so much so that at this point in time, either you're saying to yourself, is Lewis Hamilton choking, right? Is he choking in the biggest moments where he has the most opportunity? Or you're saying, is there a coup or a lack of attention to Lewis Hamilton's strategy and his race to the point where they're just tossing it in the trash can? Because we've seen this same thing play out over and over again. Lewis Hamilton in very good positions, leading Russell, and then here it comes, it's jacked. I don't even know why Lewis Hamilton was started on soft tires. Why was he on soft tires to begin with? Did he have no mediums? Maybe that's something we need to look into. Maybe that is something we need to look into. Did Lewis Hamilton have no medium tires? Is that what we're looking into? And I'm actually, you know what? I want to look into that and see. I want to look into that and see right now. Tire allocation. What did Lewis have? What didn't he have? Okay, got it right here. All right, I'm going to bring this into view so we can look at this because I do have it. I did find that information so we could just see if there was a reason why they were making said decisions. And we're going to look at it because I have to question what the hell is going on with Mercedes aside from the obvious that they are just completely making bad decisions. Okay, so if we look right here, we're looking at Lewis Hamilton has a set of hards, one set of mediums, and is that 4 sets of C5? So he has a new set of mediums. A new set of mediums, he ends on hards. Why was he not on the medium compound tire to start with? Why did they not go on medium compound? He literally has 4 sets of used softs, whoop-de-doo, and he has a set of new mediums, C4, and a set of C3 hard tires, which I believe he ended the race on. Why was Lewis Hamilton not on medium tires to start this race? Being on soft compound tires was not the move. I mean, it just absolutely was not the move. And if we pay attention to, I mean, one stopper, but you still had a one stopper opportunity. You still had one stop opportunity with the mediums. Like it wasn't necessary to go on the soft compound tires. You still had a one stop opportunity on the mediums with taking them into further laps, more laps on the C4. So that soft compound tire was just, to me, it was not what you should have done. Especially in these temperature conditions, I don't think soft compound tire to start off was, especially a C5, was the best thing to do with Lewis Hamilton. Start off on a medium, you got a new one, and then you can still do a one stopper right there. So what they were thinking, I have no clue what they were thinking, honestly. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. It just seems like hogwash to me. It seems like a lot of hogwash is how I'm feeling about this at this point in time. But congratulations to Lando. Let me give Lando his props for winning another race. That definitely was good. Lando first. Max Verstappen coming in second by a large gapping Grand Canyon mile. And Pia. Yo, how about Piastri, y'all? How about Piastri on the overtakes? It seemed like Mercedes was giving up overtakes like it was early Christmas gifts. I'm just thinking, damn it. Jeez Louise. They were just getting overtake after overtake after overtake. I was like, are they giving them out for free? Is it give out overtake free day or something? I felt that, of course, Hamilton got overtaken first. And then Russell gets overtaken next. But it just was bad. I'm kind of questioning the situation with Lewis Hamilton going from third to sixth. I just feel like there was a major drop the ball there. It was a big drop the ball here. Hamilton from third to sixth, losing 3 places usually doesn't happen. And Pia did his thing. I'm definitely giving it up to Pia. 2 retirements, Albon, K-Mag. K-Mag, the puncture is out of his control to a degree, out of his control. I would like to say Haas has put themselves back in a position where they were up with Ollie Bergman, and now they put themselves back in a position with K-Mag, and here it is, next race out, he's retired. So you essentially, Haas just gave themselves an opportunity to get nothing in the other car. You could have left Ollie Bergman in and got more than that. Mechanic Mercedes says, what were Merc thinking? Bro, I could tell you what they wasn't thinking, bro. They wasn't thinking about winning. They obviously were not thinking about winning. Still stuck at 3 races, 18 races in, got 19 coming up. They wasn't thinking about winning, bro. That's what we were just talking about as far as why did they put Lewis Hamilton on softs. But as I was saying, Ollie Berman should have been in the Haas. In my opinion, Ollie Berman should have been in the Haas. K-Mag didn't get you any points. He retired before race end. I'm not saying if you had Ollie Berman, maybe things would have turned out different, but I still think that your upside was with Ollie Berman and your downside was with K-Mag. A K-Mag right now for Haas is addition by subtraction. You didn't have K-Mag and things look better with Hulk and Ollie. You bring K-Mag back, you just added him back to subtract away from the rest of you going forward. I understand. 6 more races. We got 6 more, well, 5 more races now. And maybe you say to yourself, hey, just let them finish. No. Why not optimize as much as you can and invest in your future going forward with Behrman? You bringing K-Mag back does nothing for you next season. It's done nothing for you this season. And Ollie Berman, to me, has done more for you in that Haas in those races that he was there absent of K-Mag than K-Mag is going to do for you himself. And if these are the decisions that Haas are going to continue to make, I don't trust them as a team just as I didn't trust them as a team before. They do dumb things as an organization. They make dumb decisions. They make bad decisions with major sponsorship. They make bad decisions thus far up until now with driver pairings. And I just got to know, you got Ollie Behrman. Nico is going to be out. He's going to do his thing. He's going to be out with Audi coming soon. Who else are you going to get in this seat? Who else are you going to be choosing to drive for you? Where is Haas going to be? I'm still campaigning for Haas to be removed and Andretti to be allowed in unless we see an extreme improvement. I just do want to say, Ollie Berman, I'm giving you your credit, brother. I'm giving you your props for what you have showed. Your performance in F2 isn't necessarily glowing, but it goes to show all the time the best drivers in lower series or bridge series don't necessarily turn out to be the best Formula One drivers. More than often it does happen, but there are opportunities and situations where it seems like an average or just a strong driver in F2 can do good things in F1, but with subpar teams. I don't know what these drivers would do in the top-notch ranks of Ferrari, Mercedes, Red Bull, and McLaren, because we've often seen that. Some people would say Gasly seems like he's a solid driver. Gasly in a top-performing team was trash. You judge them according to the air that they live in. So Ollie Berman with Haas seeming pretty straight. Colapinto. Yo, I'm giving Colapinto hand claps right now. Colapinto, although just a move, just a touch out of points, but out of points nevertheless. The Argentinian driver, to me, is proving that he might be for real. Solid in that form. Even Perez was giving Colapinto his props. Perez was like, yo, I can't get by the young whippersnap. He pretty good. Colapinto's been doing his thing. I do got to wonder, does that bring some questions for Williams? It makes me wonder, does Williams kind of think about like, maybe we could have done something else. But I will like say, next season, Williams will have a very strong driver pairing, depending on what happens to Colapinto. I don't know if another team's going to pick him up. I don't know his contractual situation, if he can leave or not. I don't know if he would want to leave. But I can say, with Sainz coming in, Albon retired today, no fault of his own, power unit issues. Colapinto with Sainz, with Albon, is a very strong driver pairing. In football, that's what we call depth. That's good depth to have. They know that they for sure have a driver on hand that if he comes in to take either driver's seat, whether it's Albon out for sickness or whatever the case may be, Carlos out for sickness or whatever the case may be, they know they can believe in Colapinto to come in, manage a race, maybe even get us some points, and do a damn good job. Mary Beanie says it's 174 days until preseason testing. She can't wait. And you want to know why she can't wait? for a good amount of reason why most Lewis Hamilton fans can't wait. They're tired of seeing what Mercedes is doing. They are tired of seeing Lewis Hamilton go out on track, put up good situations, put the car where it can be. In some cases he doesn't do well with the car because the car's not well anyway. But then to come into a race and with strategy go from third to fourth, that was absolutely idiotic. Absolutely idiotic. And I don't blame anybody for being pissed about that. Not one damn bit. Not one bit. But Danny Rick did manage to keep the fastest lap, and there are already rumors that Danny Rick himself may be out before the end of the season. And that's going to be an indictment, y'all. That's going to be an indictment. If Danny Rick is out before the end of the season and after the summer break, and with these little amount of races remaining on the calendar, that looks like Danny Rick don't come back to Formula One anymore. That's what that looks. That's what that is going to look like. It's going to look like Danny Rick don't come back to Formula One anymore. You're done. You're cooked. You had an opportunity. And just to think, Christian Horner and all this other talk about Danny Rick possibly being in a Red Bull and Perez having pressure on him from Danny Rick. Danny Rick was not pressure for Perez not one damn time throughout this season. Danny Rick wasn't pressure for Yuki. Perez, I'm not saying you not on the hot seat. Congratulations, you got that 1 point. At this point in time, I can't even really say anything about Perez. Max Verstappen got gapped by 20-plus seconds. Situation was just reversed in the last racing event. I don't know what's going to happen the next race. I will say this has been the norm for Perez, but I will also say we've seen some situations flip-flop where, Max, what you doing? And Max on his little temper tantrum roll right now. We're going to talk about that another time. But Max on his little temper tantrum roll right now. But Red Bull not in dominant form whatsoever officially. Max Verstappen on podium, but not a race win. Not the points gap that they would want to have in order to put Lando further out or further up to closing that gap marginally to Max Verstappen for the Drivers' Championship. But still a race win nevertheless. Piastri on the hunt. So Max Verstappen, you get gapped by 20-plus seconds. That's not going to be promising you going into the next event saying, oh, yeah, we might get ready to take this race win. That's you going into the next event saying, can we manage to just stay on podium? Can we manage to make more podiums to just keep the Drivers' Championship? Because you already are falling behind in Constructors' Championship because Perez didn't help you. Perez in 10th with one single measly point. Lando and Pia, nice bulk of points there together to just further their championship for the Constructors campaign further out. That is what we have just seen there. All right. And as it sits right now, Drivers' Championship gap is 52. It's 52 points. It's 52 points in the Drivers' Championship gap. And I think that ticked up 2 points because I want to say it might have been 50 last week. I don't know. It might have been 50, but either way it goes, 52 points, not the gap that they want. Had Max Verstappen not made podium, maybe the Mercedes would have been able to do a better job. Pia can get by him. I think Mercedes just fell flat today. Mercedes just ultimately fell flat today. Mary Beanie says, Jay, I can't keep it clean. What I think Toto, Merck. Mary Beanie, Toto, and Merck, just absolutely ridiculous. Do your best, definitely. Don't end up like Max Verstappen, don't find, but do your best. But I understand it was garbage. It was garbage, the performance of Mercedes. It was. And garbage is in perspective because I understand 4th and 6th is okay, but let's just keep it real. That was not good for Ferrari. Oh my gosh. Do we need to talk about Ferrari? Ferrari, this was the race. I told you all yesterday. I said it yesterday. I was going to be looking because somebody asked me, who asked me yesterday if Ferrari gets pole, was I going to say they back? I forgot who asked me that yesterday. I told you all I was going to wait for the day's race, and if Ferrari's on podium, I'll say that, you know what, they on track. Ferrari's not even on podium. They not even on podium. Carlos Sainz crashed out again. At least he did it in qualifying instead of in the race. And then Charles Leclerc, they just dropped the ball too many times. So no, Ferrari is not, I am not saying that Ferrari is finally back on track. Ferrari is Ferrari. They keep fumbling the ball when they have it in hand at the goal line, and instead of keeping it tucked and just pushing hard, they stretch it out, somebody slaps it, and they fumble it up. And I keep asking y'all, I keep asking you, are you sure that Ferrari is what you think they should be? I keep asking you this. And a lot of you all keep saying yes. A lot of you all keep telling me that Ferrari is that. Ferrari's the real deal. Y'all keep telling me this. And every time y'all say this, Ferrari proves to me and lets you all down that they may not be that. Mechanic Mercedes in the live chat says, yes, sir, congratulations to you on your win. Competition ends today. Oh, damn, bro. Mechanic Mercedes, bro, I wouldn't even think about that shit. Brother, thank you very much. Me and Mechanic Mercedes had a $500 bet. Big shout out to us for even having the balls to put up $500. 500 from me, 500 from him, to even bet it up. And thank you very much for being a gentleman and a scholar, conceding the win when it is time to concede it, giving time to each other. But brother, trust me, like I said, you send that 500 over, I'm still going to send you a wolf pack, bro, family hug pack from me, man. So give me your shirt size. I'm going to send you a shirt, random shirt, and I'm going to send you a hat, bro, just for being a stand-up. So Galacticus was there to witness us. Me and Mechanic Mercedes sent pictures of our money. We locked in. So big shout out, brother. Let me know how you want to do that. However the case is, big shout out. DG Big Blue Navy, hoorah. Says, Jay, it was me who, okay, yeah, it was DG Big Blue. So what do you say now? Big Blue, what do you say now? Seeing what Ferrari did today, seeing what Carlos did yesterday, are you willing to say that Ferrari is back? Because I'm not. This performance does not give me Ferrari back vibes. This performance still makes me feel like next season, even with the acquisition and the sign of Lewis Hamilton, I don't know what I should be expecting from Ferrari next season. I just don't know. You don't know what to expect from them race in and race out. You don't know. We saw Charles Leclerc get podium 4 times over and no race win. So yeah, I feel confident saying this. This is what I will say confidently. I will with confidence say that I expect Lewis Hamilton to get a few sprinkled in race wins next season. That's what I expect. Whether that's what exactly happens, I don't know. I would hope that maybe he goes on a championship driver winning campaign. I would hope that Charles Leclerc would finally show us that, hey, with a better driver, with the GOAT next to him, that he can learn. And with learning what he's learning, we're going to see him flourish into what we might be able to say is going to be a championship driver one day himself. I would hope that I say strategy would get better, development would get better, but I can't say any of that because Ferrari is not giving us a reason to say that. We got to stop living on blind hope. There was a lot of blind hope when Mercedes screwed up the car design. They're sandbagging. They're sandbagging. They're sandbagging. Wait a minute. They're getting it together. No, they're not. No, it was what it was. It was garbage. It was trash. It turned out to be trash. Then somebody put lighter fluid in it, threw a match, and it was a damn dumpster fire. That's what Mercedes had been 2023, 2024, and here we are again. Better car, screwed up strategy, good pit stops today. They had good, legitimate pit stops today. They did. Good, legitimate pit stops. 2.5, 2.2 seconds. That's phenomenal for Mercedes. But what they didn't have was good call for Lewis Hamilton. Paul says, smash that like, y'all. Peace and love to you too, Paul, brother. Big shout out and peace and love to you. So nah, y'all, I don't know what you're going, I don't know what you should be saying right now. I don't know what you're believing in right now. I don't know what you're hanging on to right now. I don't know what evidence that Ferrari is giving you right now for you to feel comfortable that next season they're going to compete. Somebody tell me. Somebody tell me. Please let me know. Okay? Because I would love to know this. Now, I will show you this. While the situation does exist, let's keep this shit all the way let's keep it all the way 100. Let's keep it all the way a buck. All the way a buck. Because I definitely think we should be doing that. Let me show you this. Where is it? So as it sits right here, I want us to check this out. Lewis Hamilton starts the race on soft compound tires while Russell starts on mediums. Who is the only person with ketchup with all this mustard? Tell me. We got all that mustard out there, and they decided to use ketchup on Lewis Hamilton's dog of a car. Paul says, how did the track day go? Oh, brother, track day went good, man. Let me tell you. A lot of kids came out, and I say a lot in perspective because before I started doing what I was doing, we had like 1 or 2 kids come out. Many kids came out. I let a couple of kids drive the cart from the baby. So she was at a gymnastic event. I still went. It was awesome, brother. But I could tell you got a few kids that I think are going to sign up. It went good. We will talk about that. But let's talk about this. Thank you very much, Paul, for even asking that, brother, for even the consideration to ask that. I really do appreciate that, brother. Thank you. So, yeah, all this mustard and Lewis Hamilton's on ketchup. And literally, that's what he was on at the end of the race, catching up. Why? Why, chat? Why was that something that Mercedes literally decided to do? I'm trying to figure out why they even thought that was a good idea. How was this a good idea for Lewis Hamilton? Everybody else was on mediums. No secret. What did they think was going to happen? They shouldn't even have the confidence to think that anything more than what's going to happen was we don't completely have the car all the way together. We've managed to put ourselves in at least the top fight of second, third, fourth, maybe a race win, depending on what happens place. But Lewis Hamilton on soft compound tires? And then you even heard Lewis ask, did we stop earlier than everybody else? Why? Likely because they were hoping to get that stop, be out on track, and while everybody else would get on their pit stop, beat the undercut, and take position that way. No, it doesn't happen. Can happen. Oscar Piastri was going by Mercedes like they were stuck in mud. When was it? The first overtake, Oscar Piastri. Lewis Hamilton makes his pit stop when? What lap does Lewis make his pit? Lewis made his pit stop lap 18. He made his pit stop in lap 18. Didn't even take the softs as far as they probably could have went. I believe he probably could have went to 19 or 20. He made it in 18, chat. There it is right here. Lewis Hamilton, lap 18, pit out right here, changing over to the hard compound tires, which is where he should have been. He should have been after mediums. Russell is still out. Pia is still out. Hulk is still out. Albon is retired. Come on now. Everybody's still running good on mediums. You going onto a hard compound tire that's going to take a little bit of work to get into operational window. Everybody's still out on mediums with good pace. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. Colapinto right there leading Perez. Racer X says they did it because Hamilton out-qualified Russell and they knew what to do to make Russell look good, trying to push a brand that has no value. Racer X210 saying something right there. I don't know how y'all feel about it. Y'all, do y'all feel like there's a matter of fact, I think that's poll worthy. I think that's poll worthy. I'm gonna ask it. Do you feel the Merc Lewis thing is sus? Mechanic Mercedes, I got DG Big Blue says, Mercedes wanted to put George in front of Sir Lewis Hamilton. I can't even hold y'all for feeling that way. I cannot hold y'all for feeling that way because that's what it's looking like. That's what it's looking like. That's what it is looking like. Why in the hell was Lewis Hamilton the only car? I understand we wanted the advantage that nobody else was going to have. But was it really an advantage? People have been complaining about tire deg all weekend. Tire deg all weekend. We even heard in the race itself, they were complaining. People thought their tires were falling off due to them having some type of damn malfunction. Some type of damn, it's just crazy. It's crazy. Mercedes has turned into the little brother of Ferrari with their strategies and their calls. That is what is coming down to me. Just clearly turning into it. Russell doesn't pit until, when does Russell pit and get a 2.2? Lewis got a 2.5. Oh my gosh, look at this. Lewis pits 18. Russell pits 10 laps later. Russell is pitting 10 laps later. And lap 28. There goes Russell, pit out, going over to hard tires 10 laps later. This obviously was a bad call. Obviously a bad call. Russell had 10 more laps on mediums. And while he's pitted, yes, Lewis Hamilton is behind him. Russell is on pit out. And what happens? He pit out. Lewis doesn't even beat him on that. So he doesn't even beat the undercut. Russell comes over top. On hard compound tires, on newer, fresher ones. And at this point, it's just a backmarker situation going on. Just backmarker type shit going on. Now you're going to be under pressure from Pia, who's going to be running on rails. Ferrari, who seems to have done better than you in some ways and in some ways not. Which is not saying nothing because I don't think Ferrari did a very good job today at all. Charles didn't even want the information they're giving him. He like, why are you giving me this information? I don't even care about that driver. You talking about somebody I'm not even targeting. It wasn't a good look. Now, I'm not getting front with you. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I thought McLaren was about to screw it up. I thought McLaren was about to screw the pooch. Right here, Lando is pit in, changing off the mediums. 30 laps on medium tires, y'all. Think about that. 30 laps on mediums. Verstappen, and I'm glad that they pitted when they pitted. They pitted right after Verstappen pitted. They at least got that right. What I was concerned that they may have gotten wrong is I was concerned that they had gotten the situation with the front wing damage possibly wrong. I was concerned that maybe there may have been damage they couldn't have they couldn't have seen, and that may come up later on in the race, and the next thing you know, the race is trash for Lando. That is what I was concerned with. But they got it right. Max did not beat it. Came out on track in front of Max, and Max was mad about that. Oh, yeah, Max was mad about that. I'm going to tell y'all right now. Here go Russell right here. Here go Russell right here. Russell saying, Russell, I'm going to tell you right now, Russell, this was one of the moments where I had to tweet Russell on his shenanigans again. Russell's on his shenanigans again. Bro trying to tell them that Lewis Hamilton need to hurry up. Why do y'all think Russell's saying that? Russell always talking when he damn don't need to. He needs to increase the pace a bit as the guys at the front are getting away. Russell, brother, getting away ain't even the word. And let me tell you something. Let me show you how much of you finally being in front of Hamilton, you managed to be 27 seconds behind the leader. You managed to be 27 seconds behind the leader. So how much speed did you have? You got passed by Piastri. You got passed plenty, brother. How much speed did you really have? How much speed did you really have? Right here, your gap come on, bro, man. See, Russell gotta cut the shenanigans. Lewis Hamilton, 30-some seconds. I understand that, but Lewis Hamilton ain't on the radio talking about somebody need to increase their pace. This Russell always on the radio talking about something about what somebody else needs to do for him. And I'm still not even sure it wasn't the case that he already knew what situation his partner was in. Can't even call it partner. Lewis Hamilton was in and trying to put him in a more compromising situation. I'm going to tell you, Russell to me like a snake in the grass. I do not trust Russell. I do not trust George Russell for a damn thing. Not to give him $2 to go get me an ice cream cone. I don't trust him for that. Bro might go get me an ice cream sandwich and put some Archon in it. Russell just comes across to me as a very snake, nasty, nice type dude. Maybe that is what you need to have to win. I ain't fronting him on that. I mean, I understand that, but hell no, I don't trust Russell. Not one damn bit. Not one iota do I trust Russell. At all. And then let's go right here. I thought for a second Charles' race was going to be over. I thought for a second that he may have taken a piece of. It was some moments in here throughout this race I thought people's races were going to be over. Damage. I thought Lando was trying to do his best George Russell impersonation with getting the early DNF by breaking the suspension, going across the curbs like he did when he didn't really need to. But Lando did everything that he needed to do to take the win. So not heavily criticizing him on that, but I'm just saying. As we come across right here, Stroll doing what Stroll does. Stroll doing what Stroll does best. And what's that? Not a damn thing. Not a damn thing. Stroll doing what Stroll does best is not a damn thing. That's what Stroll doing. Stroll bringing it up in 14th while Alonso's in points at 8. I just got to ask you, Aston Martin, this is what you want? Lawrence Stroll, this is what you want. You literally want to a fault as a parent to nepotism give your son an opportunity in Formula One, which you've already done. Can it now be time to hang this shit up? Can we stop the nepotism spoiled brat games? Can we cut it out now? Can we really get prepared for you to be a works team? Can we seriously get prepared for Aston Martin to be taken seriously? Can we really start acting like Honda power units are coming into the team? Can we start acting like all the new and big facilities that you have being built and done are going to be for something? Can we finally start acting like a Formula One team that is concerned about performance and results versus spoiled brats and kids that are being spoiled? Can we stop it? Lance Stroll is garbage. Lance Stroll is garbage. He is not going to help you whatsoever in a championship campaign. If it happens, I'll be ultimately surprised and I will apologize next season. If I see Lance Stroll run off 5 race wins, 2025, 6, 7, 8, maybe that, in 2026, I will apologize for my statements about your son being a trash Formula One driver. He's not good, and he's damn sure not good enough to be held in a position and a seat within the Formula One team of where you are talking about taking Aston Martin. It is clearly obvious that this car that you have right now is capable of more and somebody with talent's hands. Alonso, 8th. Lance Stroll, 14th. We've seen it too many times. When can we stop playing around? When can we stop the games? If I had a job there, I'd be pissed. If I was a mechanic there, I'd be pissed. If I was an engineer, which Adrian Newey has decided to be there, I'd be pissed. Like, damn, I'm going to fix this car and build this car for this jackass to do less with it. Damn, I'm going to design one of the most beautiful aerodynamically forward cars, and this jackass is going to screw it up. What the hell? It's like baking the best cake in the world for somebody who can't taste. Why? They can't taste it. What are we doing? Make it taste like anything. Why are you putting so much time into making the most beautiful cake taste so great when the person who's going to taste it and eat it can't taste shit? That is what Aston Martin is doing. Aston Martin has went to school to become the best culinary chef. I'm talking about above Ramsay. I'm talking about above Bobby Flay. I'm talking about above Simon. I'm talking about some of the best chefs, Michelin-type chefs. Aston Martin went to culinary school to cook it up. Make the best filet mignon, went to dessert class, make the best crepes, make the best creme brulee. And you know what we found out? They did all that shit, all that wonderful travel in the world to become the best culinary chef to only cook for somebody who can't taste a damn thing. That is what Aston Martin is doing with the ingredients of bringing in Honda, Adrian Newey, best facilities, all for Lance Stroll to do little to nothing with at all. I'm not even looking forward to seeing what Aston Martin gonna do right now. Go take $100, flush it down the toilet, see how you feel. That's how you should feel looking at Aston Martin retain Lance Stroll in a seat. You be trying to get that $100. You put your hand down that hole quick as fast trying to grab that $100 back. That's all they doing, throwing money down a damn toilet for one driver to be successful and the other one just to screw off and live his Formula One dream. I agree with Max Verstappen with something that he said. Some people here probably shouldn't be here. Lance, this guy right here, he only here because his daddy. It's a shame. As we also sit, Hulk still doing his thing. Ninth, congratulations. Gasly, 17th. Whoop-de-doo. I keep hearing all this talk about how good Gasly is. I do. And right now, I won't give him that because he didn't do anything with Red Bull. I know he got a win. Great. Congratulations. Which is good for you. Not shading that. But overall, Gasly is who Gasly is. I hear so many people when I say something about Gasly, like, oh, no, Gasly's good, man. No, he's not that good. Gasly's not that good. Gasly is a driver who gives you hope and then kind of diminishes the hope, but then does something where, oh, it can still be hope. Gasly is muddied water. Gasly is brackish water. He don't know if he want to be in the big ocean or he want to be in the lake. He just stay in the middle. Gasly is just okay. That's all Gasly is. And I don't expect more from Gasly. So while there is still this big inflation of Gasly going to be some ultimate driver at some point in time when he gets the opportunity, he had the opportunity. He wasn't that. Zhou and Valtteri, if there are any two drivers on the grid right now that are going to get some leeway from me, it's those two. Because Kick Sauber F1 is effing bad. Effing bad. I need to see Zhou in another car. Zhou, leave there. Even if you're in an Alpine, brother, even if you in the other Haas, if you can manage to get yourself into the other Haas seat, you need a bit of somewhere to go to at least show that you might have potential. Right now, I'm a little down on Zhou, but I have to give him a benefit because Alfa Romeo was garbage and Kick Sauber F1 is a dumpster fire until Audi comes in, and I don't know what they're going to be when Audi comes in. Hopefully better than this, but I'm not putting no money on that. Not at all. To me, it's not nothing to look forward to at this point in time. So as we see, race goes on. Piastri was doing his thing, yo. Piastri passed up Lewis Hamilton in lap 40. He passed Lewis Hamilton lap 40. So we go back here, and I'm going to say he did a wonderful job at it. Piastri did it. That's my driver. That's my other driver. Piastri did a wonderful job at it, passing both Mercedes. Piastri is going to be a force to be reckoned with. He's going to be, Joel Embiid saying that he's going to be a future champion don't hold as much weight, but I do think Piastri he's going to be awesome. I see Piastri managing to do some pretty awesome things as he continues to become a driver, at least with a car and a team that will keep progressing. It's hard for any driver to overcome a team that is just doing horrible things. Lewis Hamilton and Russell have had that task, and I think they've managed that well, but now we're in a situation where I don't think we're sure about the integrity of Mercedes over some of the things that have happened, so I will say that. So, but yeah, y'all, there it goes. Pia overtakes Hamilton, and then later on, he overtakes Russell. He overtakes Russell when? I think he overtook Russell. He overtakes Russell in lap 47. So 7 laps later, he overtakes Russell. And that goes down. So there he is. Overtakes Russell. It's a wrap. It's ball game. Pia doing his thing. And I just, like I said, salute to the squad. Salute to McLaren. 2 cars again on podium. 1 and 3. Max Verstappen count his lucky stars. Count his lucky stars that Pia did not qualify better than he did. Because if Piastri qualified better than he did, Max third. Max third. Max third, maybe, depending. I don't know if Russell would have had enough juice to catch Max. It's not like he was ultimately hella far out there, but I don't know if he would have had enough juice to catch Max at all. So he thinks he will, though. Russell thinks he got the juice to do whatever the hell he say he gonna do, which I love his confidence, but it is for sure most times a figment of his imagination about his ability in a Formula One car. So that's what we got, people. It's a disappointing day for Mercedes, disappointing day for Ferrari, disappointing day for Aston Martin, disappointing day for Haas, disappointing for Williams because of Albon's retirement, and it's a disappointing day for Red Bull Visa Cash App. It's even a disappointing day for Red Bull. I mean, with Perez just barely down there, it's a disappointing day. Alpine doesn't even matter anymore. Alpine does not matter to me anymore. Stake Sauber F1, I told you they were going to be invisible, and they are see-through, transparent, for real. You need a ceramic coating that you don't want to see that line on your car, and you want to go get Sauber Kick F1 to make that, because they are invisible right now in Formula One. If they're worse than Ferrari is about us anticipating what they're going to be next season, we trying to anticipate what, because we got to know that Audi has some type of hold and say so what's going on with this team right now. And if this is what they're showing us, that's not promising. And if Audi's just waiting until everything is Audi and they want to bust on the scene and show people like, we got it, cool. I look forward to seeing it, but I don't know if that shit like that happens in Formula One. So we'll see what happens, people. So that's it. That's Singapore. We got the next race coming up. Looking forward to that next race. We will see what happens then. The next one on our schedule will be the United States of America. COTA. Wow. Lewis Hamilton tends to do well there at COTA. Charles tends to do well there. Hopefully they don't get DQ'd this time around. We got some time for that, so that does mean we will have some Wolfpack F1 grudge races. We will have some Wolfpack grudge races coming up, so be around for that. Matter of fact, we're probably going to have races coming up this coming up weekend for the 29th. It looks like we may have another one for the 6th if my schedule permits. And then we'll have one more on the 13th. So it looks like we'll be working backwards. And if we're working backwards on that schedule with 3 races that we should have, we'll start off with Singapore this coming up weekend on a Sunday morning. We'll go into Baku, and then we'll be in Italy. So those are the 3 races that we'll have on our schedule during this break time before going into the United States GP. And if you want to join in the racing, send me a request to Wolfpack F1 on EA Sports. And then on the day of the race, be in the live chat 15 to 30 minutes prior to setting up the time. If you're a family member, get into the Discord, join the race meeting room when I set that up 15 to 20 minutes prior to, because we're pretty good at that. We usually know what we're going to do. And you can join us for Wolfpack F Grudge Race Series, whether you PlayStation, Xbox, or PC, cross platforms. Make sure you got that set up and come have a good time. When Formula One is not racing, we are. All right. So with that being said, Mercedes still only 3 wins. The mechanic Mercedes says, let's talk in Discord. And mechanic, I will see what I can do about that, because I do have a lot to do today, bro. So I'll see if I can set something up in the next 15 minutes, but I will not have long, bro, because I got a long list of things to do today. So I will see you all then. If it's going to happen, y'all need to be in Discord. Now, listen, if I set this shit up in Discord, I don't want to see 2 or 3 damn people in the meeting. I'm going to tell y'all that right now. If I set it up in Discord for 11 a.m., just look tentative 11 a.m., I don't want to see just 2 or 3 people in a Discord meeting. It better be people in there ready to talk and have a good time for at least 30 minutes to an hour is what I could give, and I'm going to give that time up. I could be doing something else with the fam. So 11 a.m., I bet not turn up is just see 3 people in there. That's what I will say, all right? Peace and love. I will see you all soon. Singapore is done. We are out until next time. See you other lives during the week. Peace.